Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm just visiting a new fish farm today. So we've come out into the village. Pauson is supervising the construction of this one, but we always like to see new entrants to the industry. We know fish farming is very challenging, and we're here to really set up and help those fish farmers to succeed. That's the mission of RAD. So welcome to the channel, and I hope you'll enjoy this video. I'll try to explain what we're doing as we go along. My name's Tim. So I've just walked down. You can see we're sort of on a bit of a slope, and down here is of course where the water collects. You can see it's rainy season, there's some water down there already. And this is a new like fish farm potentially that's being developed. So Pauson, in his capacity as fisheries officer, is supervising the construction of this. And it's quite steep, as you can see, so it looks like they've almost finished it. So let me get my orientation, talk to them and see how we're getting on. This is actually, I sort of misspoke. I mean, it's going to be used for fish, but the main purpose is actually for irrigation. So it's quite deep, this place, which is one of the signs that it's not for fish, because if you're trying to grow fish in here, just look at the height. So up to, I'm what, like my 1.8 meters. My head's probably up to this line of this sack. So by the time you got water up there, it's over my head. So we're probably at least 3 meters, 2 meters deep at least, which is far too deep for a fish pond. Because if you're trying to get fish from sailing, it'd be quite hard. But actually, what it's for is a dam for irrigation. So up this slope where we were, there's loads of crops, and there's a river on the other side of here, and so the plan is to fill this with water, and then you can pump it with they want to have a solar pump the water from the river to here, hold it for a while during the drought, and then pump it from here up to fertilise your crops. But as he'll put some, like maybe 500 pieces of tilapia in here, and then like a couple of hundred catfish a few months later, just to add a bit of fish to the diet, so you can just put a hook in and catch some fish as you want. For these gentlemen, Vincent is the foreman. Where is he? He's the guy at the end with the hat. It's Vincent. He's leading this crew of about 10. This is the third week. Today they're hoping to finish. That's why they're working quite hard, because they're, once you get finished, you get your last instalment, and then they will be able to fill the pond. So they've got there's a pipe down there for irrigation. So it sort of slopes a bit, hard to see on camera, but it slopes down. So the water, if you need to drain it, you can do that. The water sort of generally comes down. You can see it flowing out. See here, look. It flows out. And as it flows out, you can drain it and see what's going on if you needed to. But it's sort of a bit muddy underfoot, and then there's these bits which are quite solid, so like here, quite solid. So that's a fairly decent sign that you've reached the right level. And then about 700 sacks, 4 deep, which is quite a lot. You wouldn't normally put as many sacks. Normally it's like there's another pipe here. And just keeps it draining so you can dig. And then this is the real hard work. Actually, this part's fairly easy. You just put it into piles like this, and then you get your hoe, your spade, and chucking it up, and that's the hard bit to do. And then you've obviously got all the people watching us, because they're a bit of a spectacle. It looks like this is the gentleman that owns the farm. So we've got the river just here, and then of course the dam over here. And this is quite a chunky river, let's say. More often they're like streams. I'd call this a river, and there's obviously water, like a cattle trough there and things. So you could pump from here and then straight into the dam. I think this is the owner here with the hat. I need to go and speak to him. Well, they're doing a great job. I can't tell you, I mean, I sort of wanted to offer a bit of help, but I didn't want to, because I quite enjoy it, but I was a bit self-conscious to do that. But trust me, I've done some of this work for a short period of time, and it's back-breaking. But we have this dilemma, I think, always when you're constructing ponds, because you can obviously get excavators and things to do it, but actually, one, from an economics point of view, it's not worth it. It's actually cheaper to get people to do it. And then the other point is these chaps have very little work opportunity often, so this is like a good source of income for people. Whereas if you hired a digger, you're essentially just paying for whoever owns it, which is obviously often a quite wealthy company, and you're just paying for diesel. So this way, at least you're providing income for some workers, although it's hard work. So I was a bit torn because maybe people shouldn't be doing it, and you should be paying paying for an excavator. Or maybe there's the opportunity that you've given some people a job. So it's a bit of a tricky one, I think, to work out. But to be honest, from a practical point of view, this is the option we have. Like if you were to actually get an excavator down here, it would be very expensive, and there's not one anywhere near. Probably the nearest is about 3 hours away. So from a reality point of view, you can talk all you want about excavators. This is the option that is here, but it's hard work. Let me go and talk to the owner. So we're just about to leave the site. We've had a good chat and just seen how they're doing. Next time we see these gentlemen, they might be hopefully digging our hatchery ponds, which should be good. They just obviously had their lunch. It's about mid-afternoon. I love it. I love seeing the potential, and it's good that we'll be recruiting some of them to dig our ponds. And the thing is, one of the things I really enjoy is we are often looking out for good porters and good labour, good staff, and a couple of our porters have come from this type of situation where they're digging a pond. They show up and they turn up and they are good workers, and then we're able to offer them an employment opportunity. So that's sort of the hope I always have when we see casual labour, is that you can turn it into something a bit more positive and a bit more permanent. So that's us. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. It is fish farming, although let's call it by its proper name. It's a dam this time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next.